Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Bad Friends podcast. My name is Tomas Murphy and I once spent €400 on The Simpsons Tapped Out. Uh, I'm joined as usual by my co-host Conor Keneally. Conor, how's it going?
Alright. I'm doing the exact same intro again
Nice.
this week.
Same as last week.
For the first time in this podcast's long history, I have I have more topics than you this week, I think.
You do, because
I've
not a lot happened this week.
No, this week was a bit tame. I have 4 anyway, actually. Now that I think about it, you probably have about 4 as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, 4.
So, since I started off with the topics last week, do you want to kick things off for this one?
I don't mind. I have Amy Schumer released a new special on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it because fuck that. But yeah, exactly. Like she's okay, so the whole like premise of the special is that she's pregnant and engaged.
Yeah.
So like that's it. That's the whole like
that's that, and it's literally the most unfunny comedian possibly of all time.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's some promotional stuff for the last one.
Yeah.
You know, where she talked about her vagina smells like a pig or something. I don't know.
I was about to say main reason being, but I feel like I would get absolutely hounded for whatever it would be that I would have finished that sentence with. Yeah, I just literally Googled her there because I do that with every topic we talk about, so I can get a picture.
Yeah, I have an article here as well.
And it's just the top stories that come up is Amy Schumer on why she revealed her husband's autism diagnosis. So, well, he didn't even come out about it. She just said, "Yeah, this guy has autism, LeMayo," and there was no like prior context to it. Just literally just came out and said that, possibly just to boost herself. And everything you need to know about Amy Schumer's pregnancy and due date. I am so excited to read this article. Spring 2019 is gonna be cute. I cannot agree. Who wrote this? Mahira Bonner.
Everything you need to know about Amy Schumer's pregnancy and due date.
Yeah,
the very most you need to know about Amy Schumer and her pregnancy is that she's pregnant. That's it.
Yeah, like it doesn't affect literally
anybody
else.
Oh, sorry, we're back. After some technical difficulties there. That's what you get when you live fucking some fuck off house in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, like I'm literally just scrolling through this article now. Main reason.
Which one is this?
Amy, everything you need to know about Amy Schumer's pregnancy.
Yeah,
and I'm just reading like the bold writing. It's a lot of just Amy Schumer Instagram posts. And it's like her pregnancy has been super tough. I assume that all pregnancies are fairly tough. Casual. She was arrested during her pregnancy.
For what? Okay, this is interesting.
Her new Netflix special is about being pregnant, which great. Whoa, guys, her due date is right around Meghan Markle's.
Wow, they're like nearly the same person.
Yeah,
Their kids must be best friends.
One of them is a member of the royal family. The other one is
One of them is
Amy
the heir to the throne. The other one is Amy Schumer.
like, and then because this is all meant to be about her and her due date, goes. Speaking of, Meghan Markle is her nemesis. What does that have to do? What does it actually have to do with it?
Yes. What? How can you have a? How can a stand-up comedian have a nemesis?
Okay.
So that the article you're reading, that's called "Everything You Need to Know About Amy Schumer's Pregnancy and Due Date,"
Yeah.
which, like, nothing. You don't need to know anything about Amy Schumer's pregnancy or due date. It doesn't matter.
No.
Who cares? Who cares at all?
Like, this is generally what counts for journalism. Like,
She looks like Miss Piggy.
Someone got paid to write this article.
She does.
Shut up, Tomas.
The articles are full of shit.
We get taken down for slander.
I don't care. I would happily go into a court battle with Amy Schumer. Fist fight with Amy Schumer. No, I wouldn't. Disclaimer, that's a joke.
Just disclaimer. We'll just put a massive writing.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the comedian doesn't understand that it's a joke and just brings it up?
Comedian in quotation marks.
Like, alright, shall we move on in terms of topics?
Yeah.
So I'll go for one here now. This kind of ties in to the whole, like, everyone blaming PewDiePie for the Christchurch thing. I think I sent this to you on Twitter anyway, just so I would remember. Just so I'd remember to put it in the podcast. But basically, there's this person out there called Kit O'Connell, who has a verified tick, and I have no idea who they are. So basically, he has been talking a lot about how PewDiePie is a Nazi, because there was this one thread on Twitter that's like talking about how he's a fan of white supremacists because he unfollowed all his accounts. And
this one where it's like a notch.
Yeah, and like he goes, here's a screenshot I grabbed, and the people that they're claiming like to be these white supremacists are like JonTron, Ben Shapiro, Notch, Keemstar, Boogie2988, who went on Twitter immediately and just said, I literally built an LGBTQ like space. I'm not.
Boogie is such an angel. I love Boogie.
H3.
They're both Jewish as well, so like.
The only one where I could kind of see someone actually taking it that way because of the whole like Nazi poke thing he did. But again, that was a joke. Then big lad Kit O'Connell, who for a second I thought he blocked on Twitter.
That would be hilarious. That would be so funny.
Here's some of the Nazi scum PewDiePie was following until recently. Why was he following them? Because PewDiePie is a Nazi, which would have been probably clarified by you saying, here are some of the Nazis that PewDiePie was following. I don't think you had to repeat yourself again. And he says, and yes, Jack is following a lot of the same accounts, because Twitter's founder is a Nazi too. It's not complicated. So Jack isn't like the guy who started off Twitter.
Oh, yes.
And then definitely not a modern Nazi party, UKIP, who endorsing a Nazi YouTuber. Absolutely no reason to think that at all. Like, but
it's like, okay, here's a question. I am going to assume that you didn't agree and don't agree with what Hitler did. Would I be correct?
Yes, Tomas.
But, okay.
I just had to think about it for a second.
Okay, but, like, I don't know. I'd follow Hitler on Twitter. You know? I would.
Yeah, right.
Just because, like,
people follow Trump on Twitter. But people hate him.
well, okay, yeah.
Doesn't mean
Like,
I support Trump. It's just because his Twitter is funny. Because he's such an idiot.
but, like, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but still.
Bad example. my one for Trump kind of worked a little bit better. You just go. So.
I'd follow Hitler
on Twitter, right? Like that is the that's the comment from a podcast that's gonna get you like to lose a job in the future.
Oh,
Jesus. Come back to this very podcast and be like, he said he'd follow Trump on Twitter. Not Trump. Follow Hitler on
I think I do follow Trump on Twitter. I follow the the president account on Twitter, I think.
Oh yeah. But what is even weirder for Kit O'Connell is just looking at his account is odd because he has a picture of him looking at the Patreon logo as his profile picture. And in his bio he put proudly anti-fascist. Everyone
isn't everyone
anti-fascist? Like
everyone who's not a fascist is anti-fascist.
I have to put that in your bio because it makes you really unique. I'm anti-fascist. Right.
That's like proud anti-fascist. It sounds like something a fascist would say.
Like, that's like so pointless to put in your bio. That's like saying anti-cancer. Like everyone is like it's just such a that's such a redundant point to make.
Yes, it is. Some people are just idiots, though. Like,
I think it's just literally the
like me.
Journalist looking for something to write about and sees PewDiePie making mad stack right now. I need to.
PewDiePie is. Speaking of PewDiePie.
Nazi? Oh, what about PewDiePie?
Give me a second. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. we have this very well planned, guys. You should all know.
Yeah, well, episode 2. We're.
It's literally a case of like
Conor.
Oh, what?
So myself and Conor have shared access to the YouTube account for the podcast, so I can see all the search history.
Oh yeah.
Conor looked up his own YouTube channel. Sicko mode reaction meme. Sicko mode bass boosted. Tom GW. SpongeBob Super Bowl reaction. Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil Me.
It was the worst.
What were you doing?
It was the worst thing about that, right? Basically, the main reason I've got half that stuff is because I was currently working on making a playlist. But
even worse.
What I realized after searching all them and saving them to my watch later was that I was signed into the wrong account. So if you go on my own YouTube, it has the exact same search history. Because I had to redo the whole thing afterwards. That's so.
Okay.
You just revealed like what I search on a daily basis in the podcast.
Okay. Anyways, talking about PewDiePie.
Yeah.
PewDiePie is currently about 30, just over 30,000 subscribers ahead, 34,000 subscribers ahead of T-Series, nearly 35.
Yeah.
So There you go.
He's, I think he's actually gonna hit 100 million first. Main reason being that every time T Series comes close or overtakes him or anything, like people,
Yeah, he just gets a shitload of followers.
yeah, people just spread it like a wildfire instantly.
Excuse me, I burped.
Yeah, we'll move away from the
From the whole Nazi side of things.
the proudly anti-fascist people. We'll move on to one of your topics.
Let's move on to I kind of want to talk about that Romeo.
Oh, Romeo Lacoste.
Yes.
Romeo Lanance, am I right?
Haha. That's Cam Kirkham reference.
Yeah, let me see if I just pull up the messages that he sent.
Pull up on y'all.
I'm just gonna think of
It was weird.
DMs. Just so I can find them. I think Big Killer Keem had put it up. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna read these, to be honest, because I think if I do, I'll actually like lose any future career. And even though it's not even me saying it, like it's just
Yeah.
it's actually that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw the cam
I saw a Cam Kirkham video. Yeah.
and just like just the idea that he's there talking to someone who's like, I think it was like 14.
She was 14 and he was like 26.
Yeah, and just say.
And it was back in 2000. So she'd be like our age, 17, nearly 17.
Yeah.
No.
Like, he's just there like, oh, what's it,
He was like, I'd get you drunk first.
I'd probably get you a little drunk first. It's just...
It's a bit...
odd.
It's yes,
it
is.
I would assume being a paedophile is odd, Conor, alright. But...
Yeah, it's just... There's something off about that guy, I don't know.
You know what's the funniest thing about it, though?
What?
There's a legit DM that he sent, which I think Cam mentioned this in his video as well. Haha, true. You can probably guess what he's talking about when I read these. But haha, true. I'm like the final stage on a video game. Haha. I guess the real test will be with me. There's Big, and then there's Romeo Big. like
what? How can he take himself seriously? He refer to himself in the third person.
That's Romeo Big.
Like
how?
The final stage in the video game. You're 14. You're 14. You like video games.
Let me reach the final level. Oh no, I was about to say I've been grinding at this game.
Bad choice of words, Conor.
Like, that's actually. Oh, I'm so easily like amused, but it's in all seriousness. With Romeo, I don't know, has he been brought in yet? Like for going to prison, because he definitely should at least. But like he's definitely guilty with like the amount of evidence that is there.
Yeah, like just
like there's full on like loads of
piling up.
Scrolling over and over and over and over and over again of just the same, just not the same, just loads of these different messages.
Yeah.
It's.
Anyways.
I think what's even worse is that Twitter kind of hid it as well. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of hidden on Twitter when the whole Shane Dawson allegation.
Yeah, I actually. Yeah, I want to talk about that. So basically, with the whole Shane Dawson thing, he said in a podcast in like 2015 that he humped his cat during college, and then it was brought up recently, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" But
nicely.
yeah, and so he tweeted. Everyone was like giving him shit for it. So he tweeted, "I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come on my cat. I didn't put my dick anywhere near my cat. I've never done anything weird with my cats. I promised myself I wasn't going to make excuse me. I wasn't going to make apology videos after last year's thing, so I'm just trying to be as short and honest with this as possible."
Yeah.
So yeah, that was on the 18th of March. So
And I don't think that's like he should ever have had to apologize. I don't even think he had to apologize for that. Like,
yeah, because he said that it was he also said that it was an idea for a sketch that he never made, but he told it on a podcast as if it actually happened to him.
yeah. But like, the thing is, Shane is like a completely different person now than what he was.
Yeah, totally.
Modern day Shane is like basically YouTube David Attenborough. Like he just is so professional with everything he does, but like back in the day he was like trying to be really edgy and like
Yeah,
saying stuff that's really offensive just for the sake of it being offensive, because offensive is funny.
mm.
It's sort of like the James Gunn situation. Like this happened as well last year, where people like were calling him a pedophile because of a joke he made.
Yeah.
And
We spoke about that last week.
yeah,
If you haven't seen the first episode, it's up on the YouTube channel right now.
But it's really getting annoying now. Like I think it's called cancel culture as a whole thing.
Yeah.
Because people will just go back through your Twitter or your literally any platform you've been on. Because I think that was on like SoundCloud or something.
Yeah, like it's the most obscure like way to find SoundCloud in 2015. Like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I think of all people, I don't find this guy all that funny on his own. I think he's better with other people, so I'm just gonna
yeah.
But Jack Whitehall was talking
Yes.
about it on, I think, Good Morning Britain. Of all people, with Piers goddamn Morgan, who would be inclined to do this sort of thing anyway. I'd say
Piers Morgan is like the god of. He's the god of cancel culture, isn't he? He's kind of the head guy.
But he said, it's sort of annoying that I've probably already told the or sent the tweet that'll get me fired from a job someday. And
Yeah.
Then they were getting out to him. They're like, "Well, have you not like gone through your Twitter?" And he goes, "Yeah, I have, of course, but like there'll be one that I've missed, or someone will pull up an old MySpace, or something I'll put up on Bebo a few years ago, or something."
Yeah.
And I'll just get cancelled for it.
Yeah.
Like, how many people has it happened to now? Like, it happened to
So many.
James
Gunn.
Shane Dawson. To an extent, it keeps happening to Flippin' PewDiePie.
Yeah. But PewDiePie, like, we've already spoke a lot about PewDiePie in the past 2 episodes. But like, he just has some borders that he kind of, and he never says anything bad enough to. Well, he gets away with it.
Yeah, like, I'll actually look it up. Just cancel culture victims, just so I can like victims. Just so I can see like who has been sort of hit with it, because there's certain people who like when cancel culture can work perfectly for, like people like Harvey Weinstein or like Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Where it's instantly like, oh, terrible person. No. And just everything that they do is completely tainted forever, and you like never have anything to do with that person ever again.
But like we talked about this last week. Like, what Harvey Weinstein did, he's fucked up. But some of the movies he made are good.
Yeah.
You know, so it's about like that's where it's a gray area, that kind of.
Yeah, but in terms of like cancel culture, where they don't get any more jobs or they don't get any more offers or
Yeah,
breaks
yeah,
or anything, like someone like Harvey Weinstein or Bill Cosby absolutely deserve that. Like they
yeah.
should get another job. But something like when Liam Neeson made his comments earlier this year,
Mm.
should he have lost any work for that? No. James Gunn, should he have been sacked? No. Like it's context seems to become more and more irrelevant with
Yeah,
everything that happens, like in recent times anyway. People just kind of throw context to the side just so
yeah, 100%.
make their point work.
But it's a lot easier to do that when everything's online,
Yeah,
because like if you see a tweet, it says it in very small writing at the top of the tweet. It says whoever replied to whatever. But like if you don't go in and look at that thread and you just take that tweet on its own as you see it on your feed, you can context is everything.
yeah, like that I can't really put it any better than that. Really, it just annoys me when context it can be taken out of that sort of scenario. Like,
Yeah,
all right, so we should probably move on to a lighter topic.
yeah. Toy Story 4 trailer came out.
Oh yeah, our weekly movie talk, and
Woo!
it always
Hello,
comes
cartoons.
back to Disney. Like
Yeah,
Marvel,
well, that's because Disney owns everything.
yeah. But the Toy Story 4. What did you think of the Toy Story 4 trailer?
it's it's good. I'm excited for the movie. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It seems more grown up than other Toy Story movies.
yeah,
Because the first Toy Story movie, it was Woody and Buzz and ooh, who does Andy like more? The second one, I forget what happens.
the second one is
Oh, they got headbutted by the chicken man.
yeah, and Woody goes. What I was
It's like
actually
Woody and Buzz are best friends and they save each other.
yeah,
Yeah. And
and
then Toy Story 3 is like, oh, Andy's going. That's There's a whole issue of becoming older and growing up. And now it seems that Toy Story 4 is kind of the next chapter of like the toys. I don't know. None of it actually happened, so I don't know why I'm giving this deep.
yeah,
But it seems to be that Woody isn't sure that he wants to be that kind of handy toy, everyone's favorite anymore.
yeah,
He kind of wants to go and do his own thing with Bo Peep.
yeah. But
You should watch if you haven't watched it. Go and watch it before you listen to this.
we'll leave a link in the description.
Yeah, yeah,
But with mine, it's sort of like I don't really know if it fully justified to me that there should be a Toy Story 4.
yeah. I mean,
I'll
there would the ending of Toy Story 3
have
would have
sufficient.
easily been a good ending.
Like,
With
obviously, I'm not going to complain because the three Toy Story movies have been really good so far.
yes,
And like, I can still watch them now. It's not like they're only for kids. But
yeah.
I felt as though
Now as a grown up adult at 16, I can.
but like, I still feel the ending for Toy Story 3 was perfect. I don't think they really needed a Toy Story 4.
Yeah, but it hasn't come out yet. We should,
Yeah, I think it's
if we watch it and we see how good it is, and then if it's terrible or not terrible, it's not going to be terrible. It's not going to be a terrible movie
no, I don't think it
because
actually is.
when was the last time Pixar made a terrible movie? Coco, maybe.
Cars 2. No,
Yeah,
was it
when
Pixar? Yeah, it was Pixar. Cars 2.
yeah,
Uh,
A Bug's Life. Bug's Life is unreal.
was unreal. Um, but yeah, like I actually don't think it's in Pixar anymore to make a really bad movie. But
Yeah,
I don't think they've made an actual really good
original.
movie since
They
Up.
haven't made any. Yeah, yeah. Up was. I mean, I don't know. Up is my like not even my favorite Pixar movie. Up is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I love Up.
Like it came when it came out. When did it came out?
2009.
Okay, 2009. I saw it in cinemas, so I was 7. Oh God. So I was 7 when it came out, and I saw it in cinema, and I didn't like it when I saw it. But like 7, I was too young to appreciate it really. And then I saw it again. So I went for like a few years past, and I was like, yeah, I don't really like Up. And then it was like the big movie or something one Saturday night, and I watched it, and I was like, this is a masterpiece of a movie. This is such amazing storytelling. And no, like seriously,
Oh yeah, because it is. It is a really good film. Like literally the first. If you know how before all their releases, Pixar always have like the short film, like where they don't have
yeah,
much
yeah,
sound. If they literally made the first like 5 or 10 minutes of Up be one of them,
yeah, yeah.
like
Like
that would have been
that's
enough. That would have probably
the
dwarfed
most
whatever movie would have come after it. Like
the most devastating piece of animation I've ever seen in my life. Jesus.
like literally, they don't. There's not even any words spoken, and you're near tears.
Yeah, that piano piece as well. Like their use of music is amazing.
Oh yeah, Michael Giacchino, I think is who composed it. He's absolutely
Mm.
he's amazing. But on the topic there, where I said like I don't think they've released any good movies since Up.
Yes.
Like the ones that they've released since then were Toy Story 3, which actually, to be honest, kind of puts my whole point into a grey area. But I'd say
Yeah, Toy Story 3 they haven't made a good like how many original like non sequels have they made since Up? Three?
one,
Three max?
two, three, four of them.
What were they?
Um,
Coco.
Brave, Coco, Inside Out, and The Good Dinosaur.
I haven't seen any of them.
Uh,
Actually, I've seen the first half of Brave.
I've seen Brave and I've seen Coco, and I haven't seen the other two. But
But Inside Out, okay, let's take that. Inside Out was supposed to be an amazing movie,
yeah,
but it did seem like it maybe wasn't. Oh well, I haven't seen it, so it's hard for me to talk about it. But from what I have seen of it, it seemed like not childish, but it wasn't as.
it wasn't as much
It
for
didn't seem. It didn't seem as.
audiences as something like Up or
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
Yes. It seemed kind of less of a family movie
More of a just
than.
sticking on for the kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like since Toy Story
It's
3,
less sincere, nearly.
since Toy Story 3, they've released. I don't know how many of these. I'll list off the one. I'll just say scene after the ones I've seen. But they've released Cars 2, which I've seen and I hate. Brave, which I have seen a bit of and I wasn't a huge fan. Monsters University, which I've seen and hate. Uh,
What?
I really don't like Monsters University.
Monster University is a good movie, man.
I really like Monsters Inc. I do not like Monsters University. Not enough Raws. Then Wazowski.
Mike was out.
um, after that, there's Inside Out, which I haven't seen. The Good Dinosaur, which I haven't seen, but I've heard awful things about. Finding Dory. Ellen Regenerate. Cars 3, which I actually really want to see because I really like the first Cars.
Oh, yes, but you hated the second one.
I
I
hate the
liked
second
the first two Cars. The third Cars movie, it's so bad. It is so bad.
one. Oh no.
It's hilariously bad.
Oh, not too bad. I kind of like those kind of movies though. At the same time, and if you get Owen Wilson in a so bad it's good kind
Yeah,
of movie,
like
I'm sold.
like Owen Wilson is like the only reason it's tolerable because it just goes, I'm lightning McQueen.
Coco,
I am speed.
which is good but not great. I watched
Mm.
it. I watched it when we were like snowed into my house. And Incredibles 2, which is no.
I haven't seen Incredibles 2.
It's
So of the ones you listed there, Cars 2,
Cars 2.
Monsters University, Cars 3. I'm pretty sure they're the only three I've seen out of that list.
That kind of shows as well though, like the drawing power of Pixar as well is kind of starting to go down.
Yeah,
Apart from
but
Incredibles 2,
like we are also
they
like
smashed out like Incredibles 2 when they cracked a billion.
yeah, but like you could say well like what was your favorite TV program when you were a kid?
Chowder.
Yeah, you still watch Cartoon Network.
No, can't say it.
Yeah, exactly. So like we're we're not the target audience
Yeah.
for well I suppose we could be. In a few years we'll be the target audience for all these sequels because you know we were kids when the first one came out, and then it's like with Monsters University and Monsters Inc. When did look up there when Monsters University came out?
2013.
Yeah, okay, so Monsters Inc. came out like 12 years before that or something.
Monsters Inc. was 2000, exactly 12 years. You spot on.
So the people who were kids who were young, like 7 or 8, when Monsters Inc. came out, would have been going into college or would have been in college when Monsters University came out.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of
Yeah.
here's another relatable kind of story that these characters who were part of your childhood are going through.
Yeah. Like the thing is, what they seem to be doing now is like they go back and they look at their successful movies that are just making sequels now.
Hmm.
Like Monsters, no, was it no Incredibles? Brad Bird, I think, said he wouldn't make an Incredibles 2, and then
Yeah.
wow, Finding Nemo didn't really need a sequel.
No, not at all.
Monsters
Well,
Inc. didn't really need a prequel.
yeah.
Toy Story 2 is a bit of a grey area. Like it didn't really need it, but like
I can't. What?
good length you could have done with it, really.
Yeah. But Toy Story 3 was kind of that same kind of 10 years later. But well, like not in real life, but in the story, this is what happened.
Yeah, like they put it into
So
universe.
yes, so those movies, if it's like a movie, so Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 were 7 years apart or something.
Toy Story 2 was 1999 and
Oh fucking hell!
was 2010. 11 years.
Fucking hell! Oh, anyways, um,
Crazy.
so 11 years. So that's like the same distance apart that happened in like the narrative of the story as well.
Yeah.
But the Incredibles 2 is set right after Incredibles 1.
After Incredibles 1.
Yeah, so but it was made 12 years later.
Yeah.
So like I don't know what point, I forget what point I'm trying to make.
Following this blueprint of like 12 years later going back and making a new movie, by that logic we can expect Wall-E 2 next year and up to
Or a prequel. I'd like to see a prequel. I'd like to see a prequel to Wall-E.
I kind
I
of
think
want.
that could be interesting.
But like, we're not gonna get a sequel or a prequel for Up or Ratatouille. Like, there's no need for a sequel to this game.
Ratat-
'Cause
Ratatouille, but the two is like the number.
some ideas.
There's your marketing pitch, Disney. Go run with it. It's this.
Uh, for
Speaking of Squeakle, how many Alvin and Chipmunk movies are there?
four.
Like,
There's four. There's four.
none of them were needed.
I,
None of those movies were needed.
I was,
There's already a cartoon that people didn't really like.
I was
They made a movie with.
I'm tempted
So-
to go through like all the Alvin and Chipmunks movies, like for a YouTube video, and just see what I missed.
break them down.
Four
A series.
installments, a few albums.
Oh Jesus, I forgot about the songs.
Yeah. They're based on like a book or something, I think.
They're based on a cartoon, which was based on like a kid's book.
See Alvin and the Chipmunks in film. Great, thanks Wikipedia. They have 4 video games.
What?
4 concert tours.
They're not real. What the hell?
Alvin the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel, Chipwrecked, and the Road.
And the road chip.
They have since the first when the first movie came out. The first movie came out in like 2008. They have won 1, 2, 3, 4 awards, and they were all basically Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice for best favorite movie.
Good. That's all they deserve. Movies were the bane of my life. The Oscar for Best Picture
Best Picture
goes to Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
Like in comparison to other like Toy Story, one of the most successful animated like features of all time. Of course, it gets 4, and to be honest, they're probably all going to be 4 very good movies.
Yeah.
And they all are going to make sense narratively. Like, there's 4 Avengers movies, but they all come over 10 years of plot.
There's 4 movies in the Despicable Me universe. They're all amazing. I actually haven't seen Despicable Me 3.
Neither have I,
but I want to. I kind of want to.
See Minecraft Steve.
Yes, please, Mr. Carell.
Minecraft Steve Carell. I'm gonna just give you a little bit of a hot take right here. Hot take. I generally reckon, in my opinion, I rank DreamWorks as being on par with Disney in terms of films in comparison for recent films. Not Pixar, but Disney.
Yeah, DreamWorks have done
Main reason being
a lot. DreamWorks
are 2 of my favorite franchises ever, because they follow a very
such a legend.
going through very tough scenarios and becoming like this god of a creature, because and they're very round. That has to be so I connect very personally with that. But
like,
I rate DreamWorks so high and high regard,
like DreamWorks recently, like for our childhood, probably nearly overtook Disney.
Yeah.
Because what have Disney made recently without Pixar? That's good. Like in the last 10 years. Wreck-It Ralph.
Ralph, man.
John C. Reilly.
Super Ralph.
Big hands Ralph.
Ralph 2. Ralph 2. Let me just. I'm trying to actually.
John C. Reilly. The C is for sequel.
I'm going through like their films, 2005, and basically 2005 is onwards, basically just like talking about Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me just Google
Fucking
Disney releases. Like, what year? What year would we say they started releasing more films like that we would have watched? Like 2005. I'll go from there.
yeah.
Home on the Range. Oh my god.
Oh, was that with the three cows?
Yeah.
I saw that. I
I'm
didn't like it.
just gonna scroll through the more recent, like Frozen. They released yesterday.
Ugh.
They released Big Hero 6.
Oh, but that was a good movie.
Um,
Okay, I'll give it to them.
uh, Zootopia, Moana, Ralph Man 2.
Yeah, like other Disney movies all really the same plot,
Yeah.
don't they? It's protagonist who is comfortable, and then oh no, bad
Yeah.
with a funky little sidekick.
Like,
You know?
at least with what you call them, with DreamWorks, they kind of like. I have DreamWorks movies opened here, like ones that probably would have made our childhood as we were getting older. Like Shrek, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Kung Fu Panda.
Donkey.
Kung Fu Panda 2, Kung Fu Panda 3, Shrek.
Kung Fu Panda.
Shrek 1 through 4. How to Train
Shrek 5 comes out this year.
B movie.
Oh.
Don't even get me started. Flushed Away. Madagascar 1, Madagascar 2, Madagascar 3, Rise of the Guardian. Megamind.
That is one of the most underrated movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love Megamind.
What's his name? Will Ferrell is so good in that movie. Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
What did you say? Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, I say. Then.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. Here we go. Since 2013, they've released Turbo. Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Penguins of Madagascar. Home. Trolls. The Boss Baby. And Captain Underpants, the first epic movie.
So I've seen all of those movies. All of them apart from Home, Trolls, and the last half of no, I've seen people. I haven't seen Captain Underpants, Connor.
Well, I have.
I've seen the first 5 minutes of it.
I think they have the Rotten Tomatoes scores beside all of them, and Captain Underpants is on 87 right now.
Ooh, that's better than I expected it would get.
It's better than the Boss Baby.
Oh, I haven't seen the Boss Baby either. Actually, I've seen I've seen the Netflix series.
I need to educate you. But yeah, like I'm back onto topic. Toy Story 4.
Yes, I mean,
went from Toy Story 4 to Captain Underpants.
I mean, it's not that big of a jump, is it?
Well, considering we were like, oh, Toy Story 4, and then Pixar, and then Disney, and then DreamWorks, and then Captain Underpants.
Okay, so shall we move on?
Definitely.
Connor, do you want to remind us of what we spent an hour talking about after we finished recording last week's podcast?
Oh, I need to open up the Discord chat just so you lot can actually understand this when I'm walking through it. So basically, me and Smalls decided to spend an hour after we finished recording. I was editing, but we decided to talk about our favorite person,
Our Lord and Savior,
Danny DeVito. The 4'10"
so
man with a plan.
let me explain how it happened. The whole back. Let's start from the beginning. Myself and Conor.
My name is Peter Parker.
Myself and Conor are both editors for our school magazine. And last week we were in our English teacher's class while he had a class of first years, and they were taking a test, and me and Conor were just like watching them. And I pointed out one of said first years in the corner of the room, and I said he looks familiar. And Conor had the laptop and quickly did a Google search of the protagonist of the Lorax. And then, whatever, we continued on with the magazine, and after that class, we were walking to lunch or whatever, and I go, Conor, I think you forgot to close the tab on his computer of the guy from the Lorax. So, that was last, Friday. As in the Friday before the first podcast. And we were talking about it after we finished recording. And I was like, isn't the Lorax voiced by Danny DeVito? And Conor was like, what? Conor freaked out. So that's how we got onto Mr. DeVito.
Making a lot of Danny DeVito puns, which I have pulled up right here. I will. How about we do this for a game, okay? So I will say a Danny DeVito pun. This is how we're gonna finish this.
And I have to get the answer. Okay.
Do a Danny DeVito pun. You forget which one of us said it.
Oh. No, say. Okay. Okay.
Right. So, who started things off with Danny Burrito?
You.
Am I really that obvious? Jesus.
Yes. And also I remember.
If Danny DeVito was a I can't cancel that one actually. Just replace. Actually, I can just say it, but if Danny DeVito was a woman, and just think Danny DeVito, but you swap the first D in Danny with an F. So, because we have to do the PG. Who said that one, Thomas?
Wait. Oh, that's me. Fanny DeVito. Fanny, outside.
If Danny DeVito was an MMA fighter... wait, do you have this open in front of you?
No.
Okay.
My phone's shaking.
If Danny DeVito was an MMA fighter, Manny Pacquiao.
That was me.
Yeah.
No. Okay. I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, you're gonna have to pronounce this like Pacquiao. Danny DeVito, Manny Pacquiao. They're right. Give me some.
At the end of Danny DeTrito.
Was that you?
Well, I'm not gonna answer your question, Thomas. You were meant to guess.
That's my guess. You.
Yeah. I want to get something wrong. Me, CO, in that group chat, is eating beans, laughing at us. Do your plants need growing? Danny Mospito.
That was you, because you had to look it up.
Yeah. If he fails, Danny DeVito.
Me.
I actually hate you. When he doesn't get enough points in the leaping search, Danny Repeato.
Me.
You definitely have these open in front of you.
No, I swear on my life.
Danny, this is no context. This came in literally 3 days. No, was it? Yeah, 3 days after we recorded the first episode. People said, Danny Despacito.
That was me. I was in Galway and I was just walking and it hit me out of nowhere. It just stopped me at my tracks in the middle of Galway. I was like, I have to send this to Conor.
And then to finish it off, I best one from Tomas. This is the last one that he sent before I went to bed, and this was literally just as I got into bed. I received this, and it was Danny DeVito as a policeman. Danny DeVito. I like how you're so amused with your own literal incompetence for coming up with humor. Like, while we're on the topic of what happened last Friday, right? I'll insert the clip here, but there is this video that from like 9 years ago of this old man on Skype, and he starts. It's part of the Skype laughter chain. You've definitely heard of it. I'll put a clip in after we finish this. No, clip in now. Since you just heard that, and Tomas, I did that laugh as a funny haha when we were
Do it again.
I'm not doing it on the podcast.
Do it.
So for the last week, since I showed that to Tomas, at random points throughout the day, Tomas will just do it. Even laugh, Conor. Basically,
It's not even. The laugh isn't even that funny. It's just the fact that you thought while we were like having a conversation, you thought now is the perfect time to pull out my masterful impression of this old man laughing on Skype from like 10 years ago. Oh my god.
So, yeah, do you have any other we'll move on. Do you have any other topics you want to cover before we finish off this episode? Take a deep breath, Tomas.
You want to talk? Oh, fucking. Let's leave it. The rest of the other stuff is too heavy to go from.
It's too heavy.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito and old man Skype laughter chain.
So we leave it here. Okay. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of the Bad Friends podcast. My name is Tomas Murphy. Follow me on Twitter. Joined by Conor Keneally. Follow him on Twitter. Links in the description. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at the Bad Friends. Whatever. Conor put the link in the description. Cheers. Enjoy some outro. Bye bye.
I got a rest today. She got a bed today. You need to feel some weight. You let that shit say. Oh, I don't let it go. Oh, I don't let it go. Oh, I don't let it go. Yeah, going 8 like nigga. Move out the way, please don't be a hero.